Alright, so what we have going on today is we're going to be adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing positive and negative integers. Actually should be a little bit of a review for you from pre-algebra. So the first thing we're going to look at is what do we do when we are adding. Okay, we have two different rules for when the signs are the same and when the signs are different. And if there's any way that you can abbreviate this, go right ahead. These are your notes, as long as you know what it says. Ask when you read it again. So, if number one, if the signs are the same, we are going to add the two numbers together. And then we keep the sign. So if we are adding and the signs are the same, we add the numbers and keep the sign. Okay, what about if the signs are different? If the signs are different, so let's say a positive plus a negative, we're going to actually subtract the two numbers and the bigger sign wins. So whichever number is bigger, that's the sign that we use. Okay, subtracting, we have a rule for subtracting as well. Something that helps me remember things is for subtraction, the sign attached is to the number, a sign is attached to the number behind it. I'll tell you what I mean in a second. So if I have something like 13 minus 15, if I tell you that the sign is attached to the number behind it, when I look at 15, is that 15 positive or is it negative? Negative. It's actually negative. Why? Because there's a minus sign attached to it. So that 15 is actually a negative 15. Okay? So what would 13 minus 15 be? Would it be a positive number or a negative number? Negative. It would be a negative number. Negative what? 2. Negative 2. Good. Okay? So that sign is attached to the 15. That's a negative 15. Okay? Also something to remember, and I'm going to underline this. Subtracting a negative changes the problem to addition. So if I have 3 minus negative 5, that's a negative minus a negative, right? Or minus a negative. So what happens there? Everything changes to positive. Okay, so if you have minus a negative, 3 minus negative 5, that's the same as 3 plus 5. So if you have minus a negative, it changes to positive. Okay, multiplying and dividing. The awesome thing about multiplication and division is they have the same rules. Okay, so if you are multiplying or dividing and the signs are the same, your answer is always positive. So a positive times a positive is a positive. A negative times a negative is a positive. What about if the signs are different? If the signs are different, your answer will always be negative. So a positive times a negative is a negative.